Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First and foremost, Koholayim La, Abanawa, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rekak, Radash. Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone who rule well. Salutations to the Akim out there on the highways and the byways. Salutations to the hopeful elect. Salutations to you speckled birds, you Israelite foreigners. And shalom to the Ahchwath, sitting and listening in silence as the scriptures say to do so. I don't know what it is, man, but Yahweh Hashem Yahushua put on my spirit to bring out, not too much of an intense, but a quick edification on how valuable and important the Israelite man is, not just to the world, but to you Israelite woman, man. Do you really understand and see, okay? Do you really understand and see how valuable and how important and how blessed you are to be, first and foremost, to be an Israelite because of your father, and secondly, that you have the best man on the planet? Do you truly, really recognize that you have the best husband, or men, if you don't have a husband, nation, okay? That you're a part of the best nation, the chosen nation, okay? But we're just going to focus on, like I said, quickly to make you understand that, do you really see and really understand the value that you have the best man on the planet? Do you really see that, man? Okay? Let's let the Bible talk, man. All right, let's start off here. Adawan Ratazah, may this be edifying to you sisters, man. Because I'm talking to you Ahchwath right now. So this is the book of St. Matthew, chapter 5, verse 13. Ye are the salt of the earth, but if the salt have lost his savor, wherewith shall it be salted? It is henceforth good for nothing, but to be cast out and to be trodden under foot of men. Okay, so our nation is the salt of the earth, man. And first and foremost, it starts with the men. Okay? So with us being, cast down and put into hardcore bondage and having these curses come upon us, we've been trodden underfoot. But now we're being lifted up. Now we're being rebuilt, repaired. Okay, what they call it? The restoration of Israel, man. Okay, we're being restored right now. Okay? And for the sisters that have woken up to realize who they are, okay, and really, with all truth and sincerity, really be humble and sincere, okay, about your nation, you should be realizing that the men of your nation, or if you have a husband, your husband is very special. Okay, not to say that you sisters aren't special, but like I said, it starts with the men. Okay, so do you really see and realize that the men of Israel or your husband is important? Okay, and do you accept your roles? Do you accept your husband role as being the leader, the head, as having the first and the last say? Okay, not to say that some of you women shouldn't have a voice or shouldn't, be, because you obviously you were made to be that man's helpmeet and his pillar of rest, and amongst other things that you have responsibilities for too, as a wife, okay, as a mother, okay. But let's continue on, because the Israelite man is very near and dear to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua's heart, man. Okay, and he made it this way for a particular reason. So let's go to the book of Numbers. Okay, this is the book of Numbers, chapter 27. All right, this is the book of Numbers 27. I'm going to start off at verse 15 and off at 17, and it reads this. And Moses spake unto Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, saying, let Yahweh, the power of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation. Okay? And that doesn't only go with just the church, that goes with the household. Okay, the man is set above in every order of life over the woman. Okay? We were made different, we think different, we're built different. Okay? The man's strength over exceeds the woman's strength. The man's mental thinking over exceeds the woman's thinking. A man thinks logical, a woman thinks emotional, but with you sisters coming back into this truth, you're learning to not go off your emotions. And furthermore, like I said, if you have a husband and you're really sincere and have humility, then you're not, giving your husband problems. You're not giving your husband more battles to fight when we're already out in the world fighting battles. Okay, we don't want to come home and fight with you. We want to come home and to be able to have you to embrace us, man. To be able to have that comfort that you're supposed to give your husband. Okay? And yes, it's going to balance out. That man is going to show, his compassion, his care for you too. He's not going, if you're not getting, no reverence, no care from your husband, then hey, man, pray to the Lord, man. Okay, pray to the Lord to work on your situation. Okay? Well, Salakia, Numbers 27, verse 16 again. Let Yahweh, the power of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation, which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the congregation of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, be not as sheep which have no shepherd. So look, man, the Lord made things this way, man. So do you really accept and see and realize that your husband, the men of Israel, are very valuable and important? Okay? Have you accepted the fact that this is the order, this is the way that the Lord made it? Matter of fact, this is 1 Corinthians. It's something that we always go to, man, but I got to bring it out. I wasn't planning on to, but the Spirit's telling me to read it. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. Now you know what? Because we've been doing it lately, and the Spirit's telling me to do it. Let's go to a different Bible translations on this precept right here. Let's get a few different Bible translations, man. Okay? Because you say you like I said, I'm talking to you sisters, man. You say you want the truth. So do you really submit to the order of the Lord? And do you really recognize and perceive and see that your man is very valuable and very important, and also that you have the best men or husband on the planet? Okay? You have to understand that, man. You're blessed to be a part of a nation that the Lord has chosen, because you are what your father is. The man carries the seed. Okay? The man inserts his rod into that quiver and lays his foundation in that woman, which is the earth. And that seed of that man grows in that woman. Okay? So this is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3 in the NIV. But I want you to realize, okay, so this is something that you need to realize. But I want you to realize that the head of every man is Hamashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Hamashiach is Yahweh. Okay? Let me see. It's pretty basic, pretty much saying the same thing. Let's read the CSB. But I want you to know that Hamashiach is the head of every man, okay? Every Israelite nation, okay? From Judah on down to Issachar, okay? And in the future to come of all men, okay? Because all nations are going to be under the subjection of the Israelites, okay? Yahweh Shah Hamashiach and the Israelites. But I want you to know that Hamashiach is the head of every man, and the man is the head of the woman. And the power is the head of Hamashiach. Okay, clear as day. And as a matter of fact, I want to read one more while I'm in here. I'm going to read it here. Same chapter, 1 Corinthians chapter 11. I'm going to read verses 8 to 9. For the man is not of the woman, but the woman of the man. Neither was the man created for the woman, but the woman for the man. That goes back to Genesis, man, chapter 2. Okay? That's what Paul was referring to. Now, let me see different Bible translations real quick if we can get something out of this. Slakia. Give me 1 second. It's pretty much saying the same thing, but this is a good one right here. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 9. In the CSB version, neither was man created for the sake of woman. Okay, neither was man created for the sake of woman, but women for the sake of man. Let me see if I can get some out of verse 8 real quick, Salakia. Okay. Oh, beautiful. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 8 in the CSB. For man did not come from woman, but women came from man. Woo. Let me read this one. This is the NASB 20. Okay, the NASB 20. For man does not originate from woman, but women from man. Did you hear that? For man does not originate from woman, but women from man. So where's that reference coming from? Hey, man. What do I like to say best? What do I like to say best and what I like to do best? Let's let the Bible talk. We'll see where that's coming from. I'm going to go. Man, call lawyer about Shem Yahushua, about Shem Kakodas. I was just looking at that earlier, too. I was literally just looking at that precept, and the Lord wants me to bring it out right here. Okay, this is Sirach 17, verse 1. Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, created man of the earth. Okay? Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, created man of the earth and turned him into it again. So when you pass away, when you die, you turn your body turns back into the earth, man. Okay? But the Spirit had me bring that out. So let's go here real quick. Let's go to the book of Isaiah. Okay? I hope I don't want to write this out. This is edifying. Okay? To you true, sincere Aki and Ahchwath, this is edifying. May Yahweh Shem Yahushua open your understanding. So listen to this. Isaiah 41, verse 14. Isaiah 41, verse 14. What is that? Do you realize what I just read? Isaiah 41, verse 14. 144. Okay? Isaiah 41, verse 14. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, and thy Redeemer. Okay, Yahushai, Yahweh, why Yahushai? The Holy One of Israel. So look, man, do you really understand and see and acknowledge that the Israelite man is the best thing smoking on the planet, man? Did the Lord make you see this? Without me even saying this and bringing this lesson out, do you, Ahchwath, really realize if you have a husband, Salakia, and first and foremost, that you were a righteous man, okay? That you were a righteous man that's out here doing the work, okay, taking heed to the law, statutes, and commandments, taking heed to the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Now, give or take, if you came in the truth and you didn't have a man of the truth, but you came into the truth and your man is in the world or a nigga, then hey, it is what it is, I'm not faulting you for none of that, and in due time, maybe the Lord will transition your man to the truth, or it may sound harsh, but in the times to come, you ladies that have a man of the world, that you was with that man when you came into the truth. Now, let me say this, man, because I'm going to say this clearly and bluntly. I don't give a shit if you don't like it. If you sisters that are in the truth, or say you in the truth, but yet you go out and get you a Pookie or Ray Ray, and has no desire to seek a man of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, then you are not in the truth. You are a goddamn demon, man. Real talk. So if you came in the truth, a single Israelite woman, and then you went out to the world and got you a Pookie and a Ray Ray, you are not in the fucking truth. Salaki, forgive me. Please forgive me, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. I'm kind of getting kind of heated thinking about saying this to y'all, but forgive me, I don't mean that. You are not in the truth. Now, like I said, if you came in the truth and you was already with a dude that was in the world, then that's understandable. But if you was in the truth and then went out and got a fake thug, you ain't in the truth, man. Because there's plenty of brothers out here that don't have wives that you can be seeking to shoot your shot. Okay? But that's neither here nor there. Let's read this one more time. Isaiah 41, verse 14, 144. Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel. Now the Lord makes it clear that he's talking to the men, that he's going to raise up the men. Okay, and he's going to put you women back in order, man. Okay? So, you see videos with women talking about go get your conceal and carry, and you don't need a man, and we want a man, and no problem. The Lord made your lot to be like that, cool. No problem. But you depending on Esau's blessing is going to lead you to destruction, man. It's going to lead you to get judged, man, because the Lord can jam that gun. Okay, just like that nigga FBG Duck in Chicago that got gunned down in the Gold Coast when he went shopping. Okay, he had his hammer, as they say, a gun, a strap, whatever they call it. He had it on him. But guess what? That motherfucker jammed. Okay, I don't know if y'all saw that video, but I saw the video when he I didn't see him get shot, you know what I'm saying? But I saw the aftermath of it before he died. Okay, the dude was on his belly looking, and the girls were screaming and stuff with the damn camera in his face. Instead of calling the police and the 911 and the ambulance, he was on the ground, still alive, moving around, and then he found the strength to flip over on his back and just start pushing himself under a car, and then he died, man. When the ambulance came, they put him on that stretcher. He was already dead, man. He was already dead. Okay, but like I said, he had his gun, but it jammed on him. So you women, man, you women of the world, man, think that you don't need a man, that all you need is Esau's blessing? By all means, be my guest, man. But when shit hit the fan, don't come looking for us, man. Okay? Fear not, thou worm Jacob, and ye men of Israel, I will help thee, saith Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, and thy Redeemer, the Holy One of Israel. So the Lord's making it clear that he's dealing with the men. Okay, that the man is on a level above the women. The man is supposed to provide and protect the women. Okay? Okay? The head of the household, the head of the church, man. The leader, the instructor, man. Okay, so do you sisters really realize and acknowledge that the Israelite man is precious, man? It's valuable. It's important. It's the most powerful man on the planet, man. And it's being raised up right now back into our rightful positions, man. But let's continue, man. Let's go to Psalms real quick. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 135. And I'm going to read verse 4, and it reads this. For Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, have chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel for his peculiar treasure. Again, the Lord's making it known, man. He chose out of the line because it went down. I'm going to give you a quick read on how it went down, the blessing, how it went down to Jacob. It started with, it went from Enoch, Noah, Abraham, okay? Enoch, Noah, Abraham, okay? Isaac, Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, okay? Isaac, Jacob, what's his name was changed to Israel. That's 6. Okay, Jacob, when his name, so Enoch, Noah, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, aka Israel, and then 7, completion to the nation of Israel. Okay? So let me read it again. Psalms 135, verse 4. For Yahweh, Bahashim Yahawashi, have chosen Jacob unto himself, and Israel, his children. Okay? Starting with the men. Okay? Because the seed starts with the men. The men, man. Do you really understand and realize and see how important the Israelite man is? That if you have one, especially the man that's out here, taking heed to the words of Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, that's a treasure, man. For his peculiar treasure, man. Because in the eyes of the Lord, we're his treasure, man. Okay? But let's continue, man. Because also, too, Salaki, man, do you not know that the man, like I said, if your man listens, follows the instructions, doing the work to the best of his ability, okay, being obedient to the Lord to the best of his ability, if your household is following Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, do you not know, Ahchwath, that your husband has the power to make your prayers void? So again, this goes back, because I'm going to prove it through scripture, but this goes back to me saying, do you realize and acknowledge and see that you have the best, most powerful, most precious man on the planet? Do you recognize that, man? Do you accept that? Are you really being obedient and submitting to Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi by submitting to your husband, if you have one? Okay? And if you don't, hey, man, in due season, you're gonna need one in these times to come, man. Okay? Some of the main things, like Elder Apostle Rakah said, Salaki, like Elder Apostle Rakah said, which is very, very true. You should really be taking heed to Proverbs, 31? Okay, Sirach 25, 26. Okay, Titus chapter 2. Okay, looking at the examples in the scriptures of how wicked women was and how not to be. Okay? Should really take that into consideration. Salaki. But did you know that your husband can void your prayers? Let's prove it through scriptures. As I say, let's let the Bible talk. Okay? And like I said, out of one right desire, we got to check each other every now and then, man. Okay? So this is Numbers chapter 30. You can read this whole, literally, Ahchwath. I'm gonna get to the point that I want to get to so I can establish the point, make you understand it. But I advise you, through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bahashim Yahawashi, for you to go back and read this chapter. It's only 16 precepts. Numbers chapter 30. It's only 16 precepts. I advise you to read it so you can have a thorough understanding. Okay, but I'm gonna read the point that I want to read, and then we're gonna keep on moving. So this is Numbers chapter 30, verses 6 to 8. Because also it starts with your father. Your father, Salakia, and it'll explain that if you read it. Your father can make your prayers void first and foremost. It starts with your father, then it goes to your husband. So again, do you acknowledge and understand how important the Israelite man is? All right, verse 6. And if she had at all an husband, when she vowed or uttered out, Salakia, I'm excited. Let me start again. Numbers 30, verse 6. And if she had at all an husband, when she vowed or uttered out of her lips, wherewith she bound her soul, and her husband heard it, okay? Because when you're making a vow to the Lord and you're uttering something, what are you doing? You're praying, okay? So when you're making a vow to the Lord, you're not just walking around saying, yeah, Lord, I make a vow. That's slave plantation Christian shit. You're actually, you're praying to the Lord. That's when you're making you're sending up your supplications and your vows and stuff like that. You're asking them for mercy, protection, and thanking them, etc., man. Okay, that's when you're praying. That's when you're making that vow. Okay? And verse 7, and her husband heard it and held his peace. Okay, so your husband's holding his peace. At her in the day that he heard it, then her vow shall stand. So your husband had no disagreement. He was cool with it, whatever you were saying. He was with it. He was in agreement. He agreed on what you were saying to the Lord while you was praying to him. Okay? This you have to understand, man. This is how powerful the Israelite man is, man. And we can make this lesson longer, but like I said, I'm just going to hit the points that I want to hit. Okay? Verse 7 again. And her husband heard it and held his peace at her in the day that he heard it. Then her vow shall stand, and her bonds wherewith she bound her soul shall stand. Okay, and her bonds wherewith she bound her soul shall stand. But if her husband disallowed, okay, but if her husband disallowed her on the day that he heard it, then she shall make her vow which she vowed, and that which she uttered with her lips, wherewith she bound her soul of none effect, and Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, shall forgive her. So your husband can literally say, you know what, Lord, nah, I don't agree with that, Lord. Don't acknowledge that prayer. You know, it's disallowed. As it says right here, verse 8, the first line. But if her husband disallowed her on the day that he heard it. So if your husband hear you praying and he hear you saying some stuff you shouldn't be saying and some nonsense, you can automatically take that, make that prayer void, man. And the Lord's going to hearken. So again, do you understand and recognize and see and acknowledge how important the Israelite man is? So you really, you really got to, ask yourself, am I really being sincere in this truth? Am I really being humble towards my husband? I'm really acknowledging that I really have one of the best men of the nation with me. Because look, man, like I said, the Lord is raising the Israelite man back up. So let's go here real quick. The Lord is putting the Israelite man back in his rightful place, man. Okay? So this is Isaiah 13, verse 12. I will make a man, okay, not just any man, an Israelite man, and not just any Israelite man, okay, an Israelite man of the hopeful elect, man. Salakia, of the elect, which we hope and pray to be. Okay? And then in the kingdom, every Israelite man, Salakia, will be, put back in order. Okay, Isaiah 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So look, man, the Lord is setting up his men. The Lord is raising up Israel back into their rightful positions, man. Because we've gone through hell, man. Okay? We're the strongest, the smartest, okay, the most handsome, beautifulest men on the planet. Everybody want us. Everybody want to be like us. Okay? Everybody want to copy us, man. Mock us, but nobody wants to take, the conditions that we have to go through, man. Okay, the Israelite man, come on, man. I mean, do I have to say, the Israelite man lays it down in bed? You got I want this, I want that, this and that. You gotta have this, you gotta have that. Well, Jake ain't lacking in that area. And to be honest with you, not I'm gonna keep it PG, but to be honest with you women can't even handle us now. So imagine how it's gonna be in the kingdom, man. Imagine how it's gonna be in the kingdom, man. You can't even handle us now. You talk all that stuff, and as soon as you get to the bedroom, get the action, it's different. You running and everything else, man. You can't handle us now. So imagine how it's going to be in the kingdom, man. And that territory, that gift, that privilege only comes with the Israelite man. Esau ain't slinging it like that. Esau ain't laying it down like that. Ishmael ain't laying it down like that. Ham ain't laying it down like that. Only the Israelite man can do these things, man. Okay? Well, Salakia, man. Let's keep on moving, man. But matter of fact, let's read this one more time. Isaiah 13, verse 12. I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. So look, man. You got to realize it, man. The Lord's putting his children, his men, back on top, man. Okay? Real talk, man. And let me say this too, man. Because, I've seen it. And I still see it. And some of you sisters are out of line, man. And I'm going to say this too, man. Don't think if you have an issue with a brother that you can run to another brother and that brother's going to agree with you because you have an issue with that brother. No, that's your problem. Okay? Ain't going to be no brothers going against no brothers for no damn woman, man. Especially if you out of order, man. Okay? Tighten up, man. Tighten up. Because I've had, Ahchwath come on my page and ask me questions and everything else, and I've answered them. I've even, try to, extend, say, hey, if you have any more questions, anything like that, please let me know. And some of you sisters, might have took things the wrong way. Like, I'm going to say this too. If I want to holler at you, I say I want to holler at you, man. Okay? So get that feminist, worldly mindset out of your head, man. Okay? Check yourself, man. All right? We must examine ourselves. I say that to myself first and foremost. We must examine ourselves. 2 Corinthians 13, verse 5, man. Okay? We must examine ourselves, man. If you're looking for validation, go back into the world, man. Well, let's continue. Shalak here. Let's go here real quick. This is the book of Sirach. And I'm just speaking, man, on certain matters and everything else, man, just to make it clear, man. You know what I mean? So this is the book of Sirach, chapter 36. Because I just read to you, a man is going to be made more precious than a gold, man. Okay, a man's going to be put back on top, an Israelite man. So listen to this, Sirach 36, verse 25. Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled. Did you hear that? Because you're the possession. Okay, a woman is a possession, man, to her husband. And that hedge is the man. So let me read this again. Where no hedge is, the Israelite man, there the possession is spoiled. And as you see, our men are spoiled and our women are destroyed. Our men are destroyed and our women are spoiled, man. Okay? Because everything is out of order, off of course, man. Okay? So you don't want to be in this position, man. Where no hedge is, the possession is spoiled. Okay? And he that have no wife will wander up and down mourning. Now look, we're in captivity, man. Our real wife right now, because everything's not going to be put back into order until the kingdom. You're not going to get what we read in these scriptures towards the women, what they're supposed to be like 100%. Shit, you'd be lucky to get 50. And that's on both ends. Okay, man and women. You're lucky to get a decent man, and you're lucky to get a decent woman with 50% according to the scriptures, man. Okay? But our real wife as men right now, because, honestly, you women, unless you took your woman's virginity, she don't belong to you, man. Whoever took her virginity, whenever she got lost, that's who she belongs to. Okay? So our real wife right now is Sophia. And what is Sophia? This knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. Okay? That's our real wife, man. And if we don't have that, what does it say? And he that have no wife, Sophia, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, will wander up and down mourning. Why do you see a lot of jakes lost? Okay, a lot of jakes don't understand why they go through this, why this is happening, why life is the way it is, why they're cursed and they don't understand why they curse, man. Okay? Mentally and physically gone, man. Okay? But again, as it says in the top, where no hedge is, where no Israelite man is, the possession, you women, you're spoiled, man. So do you really see and realize and understand and acknowledge how important the Israelite man is to you? Do you? And do you accept it? Do you submit to your man? 144%. Because again, we're already battling the world. We're already going against our enemies in the world, man. To survive, we don't want to come home and fight and battle with you. No, we want that comfort, that rest, that pillar of rest, man. As it says in the verse above. I might as well go ahead and read it. Sirach 36, verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession, a help like unto himself, and a pillar of rest, man. And that's what we want when we come home, man. And again, we're in the flesh, man. Everything's not going to be straight. Everything's not going to be pleasant. There's going to be ups and downs, okay? There's going to be times when, demons or the devil might try to jump on you to, fuck up fuck with your marriage, man, or to test you, okay? But we have to endure, man. That's why we have to stay in the spirit as much as possible. We should always be in the spirit, man, 24/7, 365, man, okay? Now let's jump back to Isaiah real quick. Because like I said, man, the Lord is setting up the men, man. So this is Isaiah 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind. So again, as it says in Sirach 36, verse 25, where no hedge is, their possession is spoiled. So do you acknowledge and realize how important the Israelite man is? And a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of the water, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. So that man is supposed to be your rock, your shadow, your covering, your protection, your hiding place, your comfort. Okay, because we're supposed to comfort one another. Like I said earlier. Okay, if your man's a damn demon, he ain't reciprocating no love, no affection. And, as men, especially now in this society, we can't show no signs of weakness, man. Okay, men can't be like you women and shed tears and get comfort and consulted and say, oh, it's all right, girl, don't worry about it. Fuck him. No, a man can't show no weakness in this man's queendom, man. An Israelite man can't show no weakness whatsoever here in Babylon the Great, man. We already get belittled left and right. We already we already go through all types of situations, man, in this captivity, man. So we can't show no signs of weakness. Can't show no signs of being sad, upset, mad, anything, man. It's like we have to be in one mode. Pleasant, happy. Okay? So, hey, look, man. Do you understand how important the Israelite man is? Let me read this again. Isaiah 32, verse 2. And a man shall be as in hiding place, okay? And who's hiding with that man? The women, for protection, man. For the things that's going to come upon the earth, man. And a man shall be as in hiding place from the wind. Okay? From those trials, those tribulations, the chaos, the mayhem. When the shit hit the fan, man. Okay? And a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land, man. Because this land's going to be very weary, man. Very, very chaotic soon. Okay? This land's going to be very chaotic soon, man. Okay? You ain't going to be able to dial 911. You ain't going to be able to call Esau, Edom to come save you, to come rescue you. Okay? No. You ain't going to be able to call Zaddy, as y'all say, Zaddy. You ain't going to be able to do that. Okay? And like I said, that blessing ain't going to get you far, man. And the Lord can do anything, man. The Lord can jam that gun. He can make you leave or do whatever without that gun. Whatever the case may be. But let's close out here. Salakia. Daggone incense, man. Salak. All right, this is the book of Proverbs, chapter 8, verse 4, and it reads this. Unto you, O men, I call. Unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. That's the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, man. His voice is to the sons of man. So do you realize how important the Israelite man is? Do you acknowledge and see how important the Israelite man is? The Israelite man is being raised up right now. The The Israelite man is being put back in his rightful position, man. So do you understand that the Israelite man is important? Okay, I'm talking to you, Ahchwath, man. And not to say that you women aren't valuable, but hey, man, do you realize your man is being raised up? Your nation is being raised up. Hey, Lord willing, this is edifying to the hopeful elect. So with that, I'm just going to say, Shalom. Shalom, shalom.